Calories are a human construct, a label given to something we don't know about. It doesn't exist. Enjoy your cheeseburger, king. Now we're just pretending that calories don't exist. I love it. What's going on, Moderchodes? It's your boy Long Neil, back again with another new video, and in today's video, we're going over the hot posts from r/FatLogic. Let's get into it. Every "fat girls are beautiful" meme is still measuring women's value by their looks. You never see "fat guys are hot" memes. Fat guys can go eat crap. You're ugly and nasty. All girls are perfect and kind and lovely, no matter what you weigh. So hypocritical, yeah. So all fat girls are beautiful and all men are just supposed to be wildly attracted to fat women. But for some reason, the same doesn't apply to fat men and skinny chicks? I don't get it. Just spent over an hour explaining #Haze to a skinny white man. I cited Harvard Medical School, the CDC, the NHS, and at least 2 peer-reviewed studies. He still thinks fat people are unhealthy and should stop eating all the time. F, man. Oh my god. Yeah, sure, you probably cherry-picked little bits and pieces from those studies and use them to try to make your point, which I'm sure was not a very good one. I've lost 100 pounds. It's hard, but if you're so disappointed, then do the work. I ate right, worked out every day, cut just about everything bad from my diet, and I gained 50 pounds in over a year. Never lost anything. Turns out with me, it doesn't matter my lifestyle change. I was still stressed and depressed, and it prevented me from losing weight, but instead I gained it. I put in the work, but sometimes it's not as easy as everyone makes it out to be. I'm glad you did it, but not everyone can lose weight like you can. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm sure you cut everything bad out of your diet and gained 50 pounds in a year somehow. The only way that's possible is if you were extremely overeating on these super healthy foods, which I highly doubt. What I'm expecting happened is you probably ate a salad a day, probably covered in ranch, and then you ate a cheeseburger, some pizza, and a whole bunch of other junk food, and when you look back at the day, all you remembered was the salad you ate, and you claimed that you ate healthy for the whole day. That's how you gained the 50 pounds. I've stopped using BOPO and started focusing more on fat liberation and fat positivity. I'm so bored of straight-sized girls talking about loving themselves for likes. But you talk about loving yourself for likes. Why is it not the same when straight-sized girls do that? And what is a straight-sized girl? Just like a regular-sized girl? What does straight have to do with it? Is it fatphobic that I don't feel sexually attracted to people in bigger bodies? Yes, and I'll tell you why. If fat people make up a majority of the population, isn't it interesting that you're somehow attracted to only a minority of the population? To me, that feels suspect, right? Like, how could it not be fatphobic social conditioning? I'll tell you how. So let's just say I am attracted to fat chicks, okay? And I'm not attracted to males. Boom. Right away, that's 50% of the population gone. Am I now automatically homophobic because I don't like dudes? Wow. But that's a majority of the population. Your argument's so stupid. However, I would not be able to change myself into someone with posting access to this message board. After my account was deleted, it was clear I wasn't wanted, so I stopped visiting the site. I still believe people shouldn't hate themselves for being overweight, but I didn't think they should have to enjoy it either. I had accepted that I was fat. I just couldn't like being fat. It wasn't because I hated myself, an accusation some fat acceptance members frequently threw at dieters. I wanted to lose weight because I loved myself, and I knew I deserved better. Round of applause for this person, understanding that it's not fatphobic to not be comfortable when you're fat. Yes, it's okay to want to lose weight. That doesn't make you fatphobic. It makes you want to be healthy. That's it. I hate those articles about food that are like healthy substitutes for fattening treats. And all the substitutes are terrible things for terrible people who hate food. Like caramel lattes but don't like the calories? Ditch the whipped cream and syrup and opt for a glass of your own tears. No, Screw that. You drink that latte. Drink it and let it warm your cute tum-tum from the inside out with its happy caramel deliciousness. So now I guess you're a terrible person if you try to eat a healthy alternative of a food you like. Like, what? You can't do anything now without being a fatphobic person. You can't make any healthy choices or you're fatphobic. It's so annoying. Choose life. Choose eating what you want to eat. Choose all the bread. Choose going to the beach. Choose moving in ways that feel good. Choose wearing clothes you love. Choose having your belly out. Choose not weighing your food. Choose not weighing yourself. Choose letting your photo be taken. Choose peace. Choose calling out fat phobia. Choose dinners out with friends. Choose dancing. Choose self-care. Choose self-pleasure. Choose ordering what you want off the menu. Choose eating in public. Choose not punishing yourself at the gym. Choose recognizing thin privilege. Choose seeing fat as beautiful. Choose to stop talking about diets. Choose being a rebel. Choose freedom. Choose life. Oh, yeah, you're really choosing life when you choose to be overweight or obese to the point that it impacts your health. Yeah, that's choosing life, all right. My friend who used to be body positive has become anti-fat and diet shamey. How do I address this with her? Some context. Me and a friend I went to high school with were both big. I remember she supported me through being fat shamed, fat camps, abusive trainers, and my family who used to hassle me all the time to lose weight. We often used to talk about setting up our own town's first haze friendly BOPO club and creating an outlet for plus size people to come be comfortable in their bodies and enjoy activities without being shamed for the way they look. I guess what I'm trying to say, she was the only person in real life I could ever talk haze with, talk about fatphobic experiences, and in general talk about my fatness openly. However, that was all to change. She recently got married and had a baby, and I was so happy for her. I wasn't super keen on her husband, but I'm glad she found happiness with him, and even more so with their child later on. The scariest part is she had made total 180. After advice from her doctor, she went ahead and dropped something like half her body weight, claiming she wanted to be healthier for her baby. She went so far as to say publicly on Facebook and Instagram about her transformation that she wants to be a positive health role model for her child. The counting, the worst part of this all, she's done the exact opposite of what we used to talk about. She's become all about calorie counting, dieting, obsessively exercising every day, and promoting harmful standards of beauty. The classic flat stomach, toned legs, and muscle lines. I fear she may give her child an ED if all she does is flood the bub with unhealthy, obsessive ideas of beauty and health. The worst part of this is that done the exact opposite of what we used to talk about. She started a health lifestyle Instagram page, and all she does is post stuff about diets, exercising, and changing your body. Sculpt your core, like this, etc., etc. The thing is though, she hasn't even once acknowledged the change or the things we used to talk about. It's like that history doesn't exist between us. She's still nice to my face and will invite me over every now and then. Not as often as before, but we never talk about body positivity or fat liberation. The last time we had lunch with her, she had all these new friends over, and all they did was talk about diets and exercising and avoiding sugar at their home workouts. I went and cried in the bathroom. How do I bring this up with her? Of how she betrayed everything we stood for and all the things she talked about. How do I tell her about the harm she's doing me and every other person of size by promoting the things she does? She hasn't outrightly said being fat is bad, but that mentality is plastered all over her new persona. I'm deeply disturbed, and I want to be the friend to say something. How do I address this? You're an awful friend. So she took the advice of her doctor, lost half her body weight, which means she was very fat, and losing this weight was a necessity, and now you're just looking for an excuse to say she's fatphobic and shame her into gaining her weight back. Like, you're a disgusting human being for not just saying, good job, I'm proud of you. Hey, maybe could you give me some advice on how to lose weight? And instead trying to twist it into a way to manipulate her into being fat with you. I guess misery really does love company. Diet culture. Hey, you shouldn't eat that because you might gain weight and you don't want to be fat. Me. Why not? Diet culture. Because being fat is unhealthy. You should be scared of getting fat. Me. Well, I'm not, because fat bodies are amazing and valuable, and health cannot be determined by body size. Diet culture. You still need to be scared because, me, we don't fear becoming fat because fat is unhealthy. We fear becoming fat because of the way you and society treats fat people. Diet culture. No, cause BMI. Me. BMI was created more than 200 years ago by Adolf Quetelet, who was a mathematician astronomer, not a health professional. It was created using stats only from cis, straight, white men, and the category numbers were rounded up and down so they'd be easier to remember. So the entire system is trash. Diet culture. Well, you're not supposed to know that. Shut up and feel guilty about eating. Me. No, I'm a bad boy song plays, while now wearing a leather jacket takes a big bite of pizza. Friendly reminder that diet culture doesn't know crap about you and your body's needs right now. And fat phobia is despicable and has no standing. You do not need to be healthy to deserve respect, human rights, and kindness. Oh, this is awesome. The BMI excuse, one of the classics. Yes, BMI can be inaccurate at times. Does that mean that you're not fat? No. It just means that you're using BMI as an excuse to stay fat because this one tool is semi-inaccurate sometimes. The link between obesity and COVID-19 is now too blatant to ignore. Now, so-called medical experts are claiming that POGs, people of girth, are at a greater risk during this pandemic. Maybe that's because you keep fat shaming them with trash like this. It doesn't matter how many studies you show them that obesity is linked to it. They don't care. They'll come up with an excuse no matter what. So, save your breath. It's not worth it. A better way to debunk this is as follows. I'm 6 feet tall and 200 pounds. My calculated BMI classifies me as overweight. I lose a leg in an accident. I'm still 6 feet tall, but now I'm 180 pounds. Now my BMI is calculated as normal. I get into another accident and lose my other leg. Now I'm 3.5 feet tall and weigh 160 pounds. BMI says I am now obese. Flawed thinking is what BMI is. This argument's so dumb because you realize that they have BMI calculators for amputees. Oh, you didn't know that, did ya? Alright, Modern Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/FatLogic. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And share this video with your friends. Till next time, peace.